What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? I'm on go time today. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be brief, man. I just I wanted to go live because I wanted to talk about this Tyreek Hill situation. And here in Philadelphia right now, at 9 o'clock tonight, they're having the presidential debate where Kamala Harris and Donald Trump is having their first debate against each other right there at Constitution Hall here in Philadelphia. Now, it seems like every 4 years during election time, you have like a lot of times you have police assaults, you have all kinds of stuff that goes on during election time to rile up the people on the right and the left. And people tend to take sides, right? So now we see the situation with Tyreek Hill. And for me, I was taken aback. I was very upset by what I saw because, and not just by what I saw, I was very upset by the way the conversations that I was hearing from other Black people. You know, in 2024, now we have Supreme Court justices, we have all kinds of lawyers, we have all kinds of doctors, we have Black people, so-called Black people in powerful positions. But in 2024, we're still saying that, hey, when we go outside and we get pulled over by the police, we got to have this conversation. Keep your hands on the steering wheel. Look straight ahead. Yes, officer. No, officer. And the context of that, the problem that I have with is you're telling your child or your loved one that you better behave this way because it's contingent on keeping you alive. That's what we're saying. We're saying that if you don't comply with the police as a foundational Black American, it can cost you your life. That's what we're saying. To me, it's cowardly and is a direct contradiction to the things that we talk about, right? How can you tell your children in 2024, right, that we should vote for the Democratic Party, we should vote for Kamala Harris, we shouldn't vote for Trump, and vote for whoever you want to, right? But how can you tell Black folks in 2024 to vote for the Democratic Party and Kamala Harris, while at the same time in 2024 still telling your Black folks that when you get pulled over by the cops, this is the protocol? Why is there a protocol? I thought we was in some type of racial utopia. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So you have people like Stephen A. Snitch and Shannon Sharp and even Cameron and Mace. And I understand that when we were young growing up back in the day, when you got pulled over by the cops, it was a cat and mouse game. You know, you gave the cop a fake name or you told him something so he can go about his business because it was a cat and mouse game, right? But if it's 2024 and you telling me that I better vote Democrat, but at the same time you're telling me that if I get pulled over by the police in Democratic run cities, I got to keep my hand on the steering wheel. I got to look straight. I better not do this. So I still have to worry about possibly being unalive by the police in Democratic run cities. That's what you're telling me. At the same time, with all the so-called power Black people supposed to have, how come there's not swift justice? Why? See, it's not just the fact that the police, hold on a second. What's wrong with my, okay. It's not just the fact that the police is doing this. It's the fact that in 2024, the Black clergy, the pastors, your mom, everybody's still having this conversation with you about what could happen if you get pulled over by the police. To me, it's cowardly. And at what point do Black people take a stand and say enough is enough? We're not living like that no more. How are we still having that conversation? See, because it's not what they did to Tyreek Hill. It's the fact that they believed that it was okay to do it, and it was on camera. And on top of that, what about all the other Black boys and Black men and girls that it happened to that's not a Tyreek Hill, right? So they say that Tyreek was non-compliant. Well, he rolled his window down and he gave him his driver's license. He didn't have to get out of the car. Their life wasn't in danger. There was no reason to pull him out of the car. So when you pull them out of the car, the act that excessive? No, that wasn't okay. Just because he was going back and forth with them verbally, that still was no grounds to handle it the way that they did. But the police been doing that forever, all across America, all across America. And I want to play something real fast. As I said, I'm not going to be here long because I want the people that's watching me right now. If you today are saying that you have to have this conversation with your children, then why are you voting Democrat or Republican as a Black American? Why? Because you're not getting equal protection under the law right in front of your face. What is your Black clergy going to do about this? What is Ketanji Brown going to do about this? What is your Black senators going to do about this? Because if we still have to have the conversation, then we're still under tyranny. When we come outside of our homes, you sending mixed messages to children that if something goes wrong, call the police. But if you get pulled over by the police, keep your hands on the steering wheel, look straight, yes. So how you expect the kids to trust police and call the police when you teaching them to be afraid of the police because if one thing they do wrong, they could be murdered. That's what you're telling them. That's what you're telling them. You telling your children to call the police if there's danger. But if you encounter the police, yes, officer, no officer, don't make no sudden moves, don't cut your eyes. That's what you're telling them. It's very cowardly because I know for a fact that there's other groups in this country that don't got to worry about that. Let me share my screen real fast. Let me share my screen. Hold on a second. I don't know why I did that. Hold on for a second. So I should have told you that you never find yourself alone.
Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Like what? Why do you have it on? Sit down. Hey! Keep your window down. Hey! Keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car.
He didn't have to keep his window down. He cracked his window. He complied. He gave him his stuff. He didn't have to. He wasn't obligated to do any of that. They could still see him through the window.
Give me that. Get out of the car. Give me that. Break that freaking window. Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out. 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 What part of God don't you understand? Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting arrested. I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting up, bro. God damn, twin. When we tell you to do something, you do it. You understand? I'm getting up. You understand? Not what you want, but what we tell you. You're a little confused. I'm getting out, bro. Too late. Too late. All right, bro. Take me to jail, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro. We are. We will. Good, bro. It is good. Hey, Drew, hey. Don't worry about it. I hung up the phone. You stop crying. Bro.
You hear what he said?
Come on.
Good. Bro, you beating on my window like you crazy.
You set him up?
What y'all beating on my window like y'all crazy for? Damn, yo, bro, dude beating on my window like he crazy. I ain't do nothing, twin. Damn.
Hey, don't park there. Don't park there.
Hey.
now they stick him up.
Hold on, bro. I just had surgery on my knee. I just had surgery on my knee, bro. I just had.
Now this is the thing, right? This is the thing. Let me go over here, right? Let's listen to Shady when he's talking. Listen to how the conversations that we're having. And this is the thing where I want to equate this to voting. We've been giving the Democratic Party our vote for the last 60 years, right? What I'm saying is this: vote for who you want to vote for, but don't tell me that you voting Democrat, right, or Republican, but as a Black American, because you're supposed to be American, you're still having to have this conversation with your child, and you justify it in your mind like it's okay to have this conversation. No, it's not. It's not okay. What they're doing is, if you're in a position where you feel like you have to have a conversation like this with your child, something's wrong still in America, when we're supposed to have equal protection under the law. That's what it says. We're supposed to have, our image is supposed to be protected. All of these different things, right? So don't tell me just to shut up and vote. Listen to how our people talk.
Ever, right? Well, if I'm driving down the street and a cop's behind me, just naturally, I just like straighten up because I don't want to put me over because I don't know what's going to happen, right? And the thing is, I don't have no job, nothing going on wrong. But I'm so nervous and scared because the things they've done over and over again, and it's not every cop. It's not every cop. But what I'm saying is, for the majority of this situation where when things like that happen, you get nervous, you get scared.
But not only that, for me, like...
Michael Mitchell James, get your ass out of my goddamn chat room. Nobody trying to hear that out of line crap. The problem with you people, y'all out of line. Y'all out of line. You get. I see W men get pulled over all the time, and they don't get pulled out of cars and all that kind of stuff. No. The problem is y'all are used to seeing our people be accosted like this. It's normal. And that's why I said it's so normal to the point where us as Black folks, we tell this to our children. Listen.
We've all been pulled over for speeding tickets, right? All right, so you get pulled over, right? They walk up to your window.
It's terrible.
You roll your window down, you get your ID. They go back to the car, whatever, they look at it, then they come back. Why are you acting so hostile? If you took my ID, which Reek gave him his driver's license, now you go back, okay, check him, he ain't got no warrants, none of that. Then you come back, boom, 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 here you go, here go your ticket. Why?
Let's go back. Let's come here. Hold on. Let's listen to the W man.
For a traffic violation for speeding, it's a little bit much for me to be able to be thrown on the ground like that, especially like Tyreek's trying to make his case, right? Tyreek's like, hey, listen, I got my knee, it's hurting, like I just had surgery, and then he pulls him down. Look, it's just at the end of the day, it's not the way you want to start the season off.
And let me say this to the public out there. Even if Tyreek gave him a little mouth, little lip, even if he asked him, why are you knocking on my window like that? There was still no grounds or cause for the police to react the way that they did. Their job is to de-escalate. Once you had them handcuffed, why are you standing them up and then another cop slamming them to the ground? Like, what are we doing here? But this is what I'm saying. But this is on video, right? But I want y'all to see, because I'm gonna play a couple of people. I'm gonna play a couple people. I want y'all to hear how our people on these large platforms talk, and even inside your households.
For Tyreek, it's not the way that you want the season to start off for the NFL. And then when you go into the locker room like this, you're having to deal with this as well. You're trying to gather information. Tyreek and Calais are probably trying to tell coach what happened. And coach is trying to get all this information in his head as well. Like, oh my gosh, like what's happening? Like, where do I need to go? Who do I need to reach out with? Do I need to call Drew Rosenhaus? At the end of the day, he's probably not.
Listen.
To be a Black man in America, though, right? The difference is this young man that.
Now watch, listen to how we talk. It's 2024, right? Why we
friend of Tyreek Hill, and I'm so mad it happened. But on the other side, I am kind of glad it did happen. You know why? Because you get to see what it feels like to be a Black man in America, though, right? The difference is this young man that's getting detained like this is a superstar athlete. So he's going to continue to have his life. If it was somebody else, they might not have their life. They might not have had a chance to go to the Dolphins game. They might have got shot. The problem with this is the way.
Whoa. This is why I'm live right now. Listen to the way we talk. Like we have normalized in our minds that it's okay for this to happen because it's been happening for so long. Why aren't we angry and outraged and saying, Kamala, if we voting for you, this got to stop right now. There has to be severe punishment. Severe. Because the way that we're viewed in this country as Black Americans, people have preconceived notions about us. There's a lot of racism ingrained. It's embedded in the fabric of America. Listen to how we talk. If that wasn't Tyreek, he might have got shot. We don't have a problem with that. And then we double down on it and we say, hey, little Johnny, little Sarah, when you get pulled over by the cops, keep your mouth shut because there's a possibility that something can happen to you and you can lose your life. We actually have the mitigated goal and audacity to teach this to our children. This is what we do. Now, in the street sense, we understand, right? Because I've said it to my son. I'm tired of saying that. I thought we was Americans. At least I'm watching the Black community. A lot of Black women and Black people in the Black community, Andre, tell me, go vote for Kamala. She got a white husband. She's an immigrant. This is the melting pot of America, right? Where she's a Black woman with a white husband running for president, right? We're in the racial utopia. Why are we still having this conversation? Why? And at what point do Black people get tired of being tired and say enough is enough? At what point does the conversation change? And say, we're not tolerating this no more. We're in powerful positions, powerful seats, and you start calling out for people for swift justice. Not, he might have got shot. Listen to how we talk.
They're handling him. You'd have thought he robbed a bank, he did a murder, he did attempted murder, he did something. For a speeding ticket, you get all this? This is crazy. And we want the police to protect and serve. Is that like protecting? Is that like serving? No. So the problem is when you see something like this, it's going to go viral because who the person is. I want people to see, because this is common in our society. This is super common. And now everybody, I don't care what age, what race, you know this is wrong. And when you see this, just think, if he wasn't Tyreek Hill, it could have gotten way more serious.
You know, every time I see situations like this, I think about my two boys.
Listen to how we talk.
And just how you got to prepare these dudes for situations like this. Got to do that right. Got to do this right. Got to do this. Got to do that. Even if you are right. Even if you're not wrong. For me, what really stood out in this whole video is, why are you so angry and aggressive, dog?
Listen. I'm pausing it because I want Black people, I want foundational Black Americans to stop compromising. See, they beat us in the head with Black on Black crime so much that when they do stuff to us, we justify it happening. Right now, what he's doing is justifying it. He's justifying it. Let me ask you a question. If this was a Jewish person they did that to, what would the Jewish community be doing right now? They wouldn't be having this Negro splaining. No. At what point do you say, you know what, man, my daddy had this conversation, but I'm not having the conversation with my son no more. We got power on the platform, and you start calling out names of powerful people for them to go do something about it. Not one time have they mentioned the governor, the mayor, the senator, anybody in positions of power to go do something right now. They need to strike right now. Not one time. What we're saying is, I had this conversation with my son, man, and listen to how we talk. This is a defeated, low IQ, I have a right to govern over you and do what I want mentality. It's not okay. And for so long, we believe that this was okay, Shantae. It's not okay. No. It's 2024. Don't we supposed to have 2 Supreme Court justices? Don't we supposed to have Black people in power? Look at this. Look. Look at these Negroes. Tyreek need a whooping. But see, this is what I'm saying. You always got a few good Negroes to come in here and say stupid stuff. Stupid stuff. Tyreek has every right to speak up. Tyreek didn't have a gun. Tyreek didn't lunge at the cop. He didn't cuss. He didn't get anything. He said, "Why are you knocking on my window?" Tyreek gave them his license and registration. He gave him his paperwork. He rolled his window down and he rolled it back up. Let me explain something to y'all. Let me explain something to y'all real fast. Let me go over here real quick, because I'm not going to be here that long. I want y'all to hear these brothers when they talk, right? Let's listen to this real quick. Hold on.
Experience. And so obviously mine as a black man is, I'm predisposed to expect, obviously mine as a black man.
Now, I want y'all to listen. I want y'all to listen to, when they're on these platforms, the way, and see, because I'm doing this exercise for you guys. Listen to the way that they talk, because a lot of us talk this way too. Listen, this is weak. This is of a weak people that don't deserve to lead, because you're not willing to take power back. Listen to this. Listen to how we talk.
I'm predisposed to expect Tyreek Hill to have been mistreated. And I'm sure that I don't need to have this conversation, or I don't need to say these.
Now let me ask y'all a question. He said he's predisposed to expect Tyreek Hill to be treated this way. But when it comes to us, we ain't predisposed. We turn up on each other like in a heartbeat. All across social media, in the streets, we turn up on each other. But when it comes to them, we drop our shoulders and we tuck our tail between our legs and we get real meek. This is not a position of power. This is not saying, hey, we're going to make some phone calls and we're going to get something done tomorrow. By tomorrow. That's what Black Americans should be saying by now. Listen to them.
These things for other Black people to understand. We all understand these things. There are people out there who I think are predisposed to assume that Tyreek Hill did something wrong and that he deserved this. And I don't know how you can watch that footage, and there's many more hours of that footage online from other people's cameras. I don't know how you can come away with that with any other understanding or any other expectation than there were some officers in there who had a responsibility to de-escalate that did not de-escalate. Or escalating situation, you could sense that some of the other officers recognized that and were saying things to try to turn the situation down, but it kept getting turned up more and more. And then when you throw the context back into the situation and understand that at a certain point they recognized that they were dealing with a Dolphins player, I
want y'all to understand something. This is a platform where millions of people across America and the world sees this platform. And these are Black men on here surrendering. Hands up, don't shoot. Where is the anger and outrage and saying we're tired? We're not going for this no more. Where is it? Where? When do we do that to each other? We do it to each other. Look, let's listen to Shannon when Shannon turned to talk. Let's listen to Shannon.
The moment Tyreek Hill said, "Don't bang on my window," they became, "Who do you think you are? You don't have the power. I don't give a damn that you got a $300,000 car. I don't give a damn that you're Tyreek Hill. Who are you talking to like this?" And what made it worse is that when he handed him his driver's license and his insurance or registration and rolled the window back up. How dare you do that to us? Do you know who we are? As a matter of fact, I'm going to take you out. He's like, "I'm getting out." No, you're not getting out fast enough for us because you obeyed a direct order. Now they're on a.
Listen to me, family. These are three Black men talking, and when they're talking, not one time have they commanded the room, right, with power of saying we're bending the rules to fit us. Where the way that they're talking, that they're calling out to your historical oppressors to come fix the problem for you. They're not demanding that the problem be fixed, and they're not using their platform and their power because to sway it in our favor. They're telling you that we're going to continue to have a conversation with our children. It don't matter how much money we got. It don't matter how big our platforms are. And this is the problem. So don't tell me about some voting Democrat or voting Republican, because at the end of the day, no matter how much money you got, And no matter where you are, the black clergy, we see what happened over there in California with the reparations thing. We see all these gentrification. Here I am in Philadelphia where they having a debate. They having the presidential debate at 9 o'clock here in Philadelphia, right? Philadelphia, the city with the fastest growing gentrification in America. One of the blackest cities in America, the fastest growing gentrification in America. A Democratic-run city. Listen to how we talk. We don't talk demanding power. And this is a problem.
I can equate it like this. I don't know anybody like, if you notice, like when a group of dogs are around, and if one of them will bite you, all of them will start to attack. But as long as one remain calm, all of them will remain calm. And it seems like in this situation, the moment one.
Did y'all see when Shannon went off the other day on the nightcap show? And in the chat, I got 44 people in here, right? In the chat, put a 1 in the chat if y'all saw Shannon when he got angry on the nightcap show because he was having technical difficulties and because Chad Ochocinco was late. Put a 1 in the chat if you saw Shannon Sharp's temperament when he got upset the other night. Put a 1 in the chat because I'm not seeing that same Shannon Sharp temperament. I don't see black people tired of being tired, sick and tired of being sick and tired. I don't see it. Of course. And see, so y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw that, right? So why aren't we seeing that same vitriol and anger now? Because black people, no, I don't allow. Let me get you out of here. I'm not allowing nothing different from what I'm talking about right now because I'm right. And if you got a different opinion, take your ass over to the conservative side over there with them. Not today. I ain't having it. I'm not having it. I don't want you over here. This not for this conversation. Not now. I'm not wrong. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Get you out of here too. Get you out of here too. Get all the bums and drain the swamp. All the bums out of here. And see, this is another thing when it comes to our people. Some of y'all are worse than the W man. You can't wait to double down and beat up on your people. If 4 black cops did this to a W man or a Latino man, let me just say this to y'all. If 4 black police officers did this to a Latino man or a W man, no Latino or W man will be in my chat room right now siding with those black police officers. None of them will. None of them will. It don't work that way. And I could see if Tyreek was drunk driving and he did something so egregious, but no, he didn't. He didn't. No Latino and 4 black police officers. And see, we know that we won't see that. 4 black police officers grabbed a Latino man after he gave him his license and registration. His only issue was asking him, why you knock on my window like that? His only thing was he fussed about them knocking on his window. Had 4 black police officers grabbed the W man, whose only fuss was, why did you knock on my window? And they did him like that, those police officers will be fired and will have criminal charges against them. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the W community would be outraged and they would reach out with power. And they would not be on here talking about, hey, we got to have conversations about when you go out there and you see black cops. Hey, little Johnny, when you see black cops, keep your hand on the steering wheel, keep your head on the swivel. Make sure you say yes or no, because that black cop is contingent on you living. But we have to have that conversation with our children. That's the problem. And then you got Negroes that come in here and leave disparaging comments. That's our people. But that's a traumatized, hurt people. Right. That's the traumatized, hurt people. This is what we do to each other. Right. Now show me 4 black cops, and 4 black cops did this to an upscale Latino man. of value. Show it to me. Show me what the Latino community would do. They wouldn't be, they listen, when we saw that hip hop stuff, or who created hip hop, you saw how all the Latino community bounded together and they stuck together, right or wrong, weak and strong. But we always got black people in here going against us. It's always it's always that Negro that snitched on that Turner. You can always count on his children and grandchildren coming up in our spaces going against us all the time. All the time. His issue was he asked them why they was knocking on the window. So let's listen to some more, Shannon.
One of them got agitated and took well, you know what? I'm going to break this window. As a matter of fact, get up out of there. And once one of them did that, all of them. I get it. Dominic, you weren't on yesterday. Stephen A., you and Molly, you heard me say this. When I get pulled over for speeding or my tent or a traffic violation, my job is to get that officer to my car, back to his car, and on his way as soon as possible. When they come to my window's already down. I already got the insurance. I got proof. I got my driver's license. I got whatever they're going to need. I have it ready because I'm trying to get them to and from. And I know the longer they're there, the greater their chance is going to be because they're going to be on an ego trip. Because at that point in time, they have all the power. They're really God side that road with a taser, gun, baton, mace, all of that.
Hey, my minds are saying any of these people that you don't recognize, these bots that come in here, ban them. That come in here with that crap, ban them. I'm not playing today. I'm not playing. Right here, I'm not playing. Like, there's a difference in disagreeing, but like I told you, if that was a Mexican or a Guatemalan or a Cuban down there, and 4 black police officers did that to a Cuban, especially a Cuban of means, the Cuban community would not side with black folks. So if you come over here with that bull crap, block them, get them out of here. What's going on, Big E? I gotta mod you up, Big E, in a minute.
Even though Tyreek didn't obey immediately, I don't believe his disobedience rose to the level that it deserved what he got treated as. He's trying to tell him, man, I just had surgery on my knee. They're like, I don't give a damn about your knee. Get down. Got his knee in his back. And then one officer say, stop crying. Really? Was that necessary? Stop crying. You see what it did, Dominique? You see Stephen A.? I really tried. Hey, all that money you got, you're a big old football player, and I got you on face down, my knee in your back, and I got you.
Hey, listen, Stephen A. Gray tried to be a Sambo real quick, but they're gonna get him straight.
You crying like a you know what? It was unnecessary. I don't care. Tyreek posed no threat. Tyreek didn't do anything to rise to the level to get treated like he got treated.
Well, we all three agree there. We said it yesterday. This force was excessive. It was unnecessary. And it was indicative of how black men are treated, or at least the perception of how black men are treated when we get stopped by police officers. I pointed out, Dom, yesterday how in Troy, Michigan, I got pulled over by the cops, detained, handcuffed, taken to the precinct for hours. Turns out I was driving with a suspended license and didn't know it. I paid the fine, but I got there late, so I owed $15 and didn't know, and that's why they took me to jail and kept me in there for about 4 hours. I remember that. But this is the part that we're missing, and it has to be said. Y'all pointed out exactly what we pointed out yesterday, and I love your point, Dom, about how it's the responsibility of the police officer to de-escalate the situation, and they agitated it more. They made it worse, and there's no question about that. All of those things are true. All of us said that. But when it comes to Tyreek Hill, we also can't let him completely off the hook based on the statement that was made by the police department in Florida. They said, quote unquote, he was cooperative. He was uncooperative. We have a responsibility on this show, in any kind of platform that we have, to make sure we're doing what we can to save lives, to make sure that we're doing what we can to ensure that somehow, some way you get to live another day and fight that battle. We know how wrong they were. The police were excessive. No excuses. They should be ashamed of themselves the way they.
I got to stop it right there. See, again, listen to what he's saying, right? We saw the video. His what they saying him not being compliant was, why you banging on my window? He gave them his driver's license and insurance card. He gave it to him. He got every right to speak his mind. If he doesn't like something, he has every right. He has every right. They grabbed him out the car and threw him on the ground. So Stephen A. snitch. I'm trying to figure out. See, listen, Big E, watch this, Big E. This the and watch this, Big E. This is the point I'm trying to make, Big E. Look, listen to what Stephen A. is saying, right? And this is what I got a problem with.
Sure that we're doing what we can to ensure
watch this.
By the police department in Florida. They said, quote unquote, he was cooperative. He was uncooperative. We have a responsibility on this show, in any kind of platform that we have, to make sure we're doing what we can to save lives, to make sure that we're doing what we can to ensure that somehow, some way, you get to live another day and fight.
Whoa! Whoa! This is what I'm talking about. How are y'all telling us to go vote for Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party in 2024 when you're on a platform where millions of people come on in 2024 with, based off of what they say, Big E, they say that Kamala's the black woman, right? She's a black woman with a white husband. This is the racial utopia of America, right? The things are turning for the better. How is it that as an African so-called, well, I don't even know what Stephen A. is, but you got these other African-American black men on TV. They come on TV and say, it's our responsibility to make sure that you get home safe. I thought we was Americans. I thought that we had, hold on, watch this. Hold on, watch this. Hold on, I'm gonna drop the point home. Because this is what I thought we had, Big E. I thought we had, watch this. I thought we had equal protection under the law. Last time I checked, right, we had Civil Rights Act guaranteed African Americans equal treatment in public accommodations, public transportations, prohibited their exclusion from jury service, and then they put Plessy versus Ferguson, right? But then you come all the way down, right? We have all these civil rights acts, right? Where we're supposed to have, matter of fact, here we go, Civil Rights Act of 57, right? Established the Civil Rights Commission to protect the individual's rights to equal protection. I mean, these are on the federal books, right? So what I'm saying is this, right? This is all I'm saying. If this stuff is on the federal books, right? Why are we on TV? All I'm saying, Big E, is, and brother President and Greg, is why isn't people angry and outraged and saying, listen, enough is enough, and we demand that the Democratic Party come out and say something right now. Right now. We're no longer going forward for this. We're not allowing this no more. When are we going to be angry? See, this is what I'm saying, Big E. Look, Big E, because I know you understand. We're on TV saying out of our mouths, we're surrendering, saying, hey, as a man, I got to have this conversation with my son that if it's contingent on him living in 2024. They're actually on TV saying this. Both parties, the Republican Party and Democratic Party, is watching this. Nobody's responding from the senators, governors, the House of Representatives, the Congress. Everybody's hearing this and watching this. Everybody knows Wax Dog. They all know what. Hold on, my brother Wax Dog here. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure he got his hold on. Damn, Wax, what, you ain't got your wrench? Hold on, let me give you your wrench. There we go. I don't know what happened. All right. But I want y'all to hear, I want all my brothers that's in here, all the black men that's in here, I want y'all to hear this. Because, see, this is the thing, Big E. You from Cali, I'm from Philly. We didn't know each other from Adam. If I walked up to you and punched you in your jaw, you wouldn't be sitting there saying, hey, I got to make sure when I go outside, I can get back alive. You're going to attack me with just as much vigor. Why won't we attack the system the same way as attacking us? Listen to how he's talking. Listen. So, and watch this. These are some of the things that we've told our own sons because we've been conditioned to do it. When do we say enough is enough? Watch this.
made it worse. And there's no question about that. All of those things are true. All of us said that. But when it comes to Tyreek Hill, we also can't let him completely off the hook based on the statement that was made by the police department in Florida. They said, quote unquote, he was cooperative. He was uncooperative. We have a responsibility on this show, in any kind of platform that we have, to make sure we're doing what we can to save lives, to make sure that we're doing what we can to ensure that somehow, some way, you get to live another day and fight.
Save lives from who? Live another day from who? From who? Why? It was a routine traffic stop. What are you talking about? Save lives. So if we got that far to the point where in 2024 we're still using that language, Big E, then where we at today? We still have black men that are multi-millionaires that talk to millions of people a day on big platforms, still saying, listen to this. Listen to this dummy. Mr. Mercedes is saying I'm taking him out of context. Somebody block Mr. Mercedes, please. I'm not in the mood today. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. Just get him out of here. Go over to the conservative side and make excuses for them W folks. Now I'm gonna say this again. Why is he on national TV, Wax Dog, in 2024 using the language of we have to use language to save lives? We're saving lives from who? Why? Why do we even have to talk like this? Last time I checked, again, we have 2 black Supreme Court justices. We have black doctors, black lawyers, black senators, black congressmen, black House of Representatives. We have black people in powerful positions today. All in 2024, we have a so-called, last time I checked, because Big E and Wax Dog, if we say Kamala not black, we get in trouble by black people. So based off of black people, we have a black woman running for president. That's what they told us, right? Why do we still have to have this conversation? It doesn't go together. How can you tell me that we got all this going on, but in 2024, you got multi-millionaire rich black men on TV still saying we got to have this conversation because it's contingent on you living? Y'all need to wake up and listen to what I'm telling you. That's the position of weakness. And what you're doing is surrendering, and you're telling everybody, you're telling these people they have a right to govern you and treat you any kind of way that they want to. Right. And watch this, Wax. We get pulled over, as a possibility we might get killed. But I thought we live in America today. I thought we was past that, Wax Dog. That's what they was telling us. Last time I checked, the Democratic Party ain't racist. It's only the Republicans. The Republicans are the only ones that's so-called racist. But we come on TV now when we see something like this happen. Yeah, I'm blocking you too. Yeah. Now I want y'all to see, right, these bots, and most likely, I guarantee you, I've been online long enough where these people come in, I guarantee you most of them are black men. The gist of this live stream that I did today was I want black people to start thinking about power, right? I want y'all to take this comment my brother Wax Dog said, when we get pulled over, as a possibility we might get killed, to the point of saying, F that. We ain't going for that no more. Excuse me, Mr. Senator, we need a bill passed now. We need things passed now. There needs to be swift justice, because see, what happened to us what happened to us here in this country. They already have a preconceived notion about us based off of our skin color and based off the way we're perceived in America. So it's no way of me. I want y'all to understand, when I walk into a courtroom, or Wax Dog or Big E or Andre Topin or Shantae walk into a courtroom, you have no way of knowing if this cop is racist. I mean, this judge is racist or have a preconceived notion about you because you're Black American. When those police officers walked over to his car, they have no way of knowing that they're racist based off of what happened to us. We don't have anything that's specifically for us that's protecting us on the federal books. They have it for people of color now. They put African Americans in 1875, but we need to have something specifically for foundational Black Americans based off of what happened to us. And at not one point on this platform when they're talking, do I see them outraged, Big E? They're not outraged. I guarantee you, if that was a Jewish man and those Cuban police officers did that, the Jewish community would be, man, listen, the punishment would be so swift and severe. If that was an Asian man riding around in a Bugatti or a Lamborghini, an Asian man of means, and those police officers would have grabbed that Asian man, the punishment would have been swift. The problem that I'm trying to show you guys is black people in a position of power are not angry. What they're doing is they're conditioning you to pray and just have the conversation with your son, Blackstar. Tell little Hakeem that when you get pulled over, son, keep your hand on the steering wheel, look straight, give him your license. Nope, don't you go back talking now. None of that. We're having that conversation with us, with our kids. That's what we have. I have a problem with that. At what point do we just become Americans? Because see, y'all told me vote Democrats. Biggie, they told me to shut up and vote. They told me I'm stupid. Shut up and vote. Stop asking questions and just go vote for Kamala. Shut up. That's what they told us. We don't know civics. That's what they told us. Let's listen a little bit more.
Fight that battle. We know how wrong they were. The police were excessive. No excuses. They should be ashamed of themselves the way they acted. They just went overboard. Totally true. Especially when it came to Calais Campbell as well, who did nothing and put his arms up. He was no threat whatsoever. Okay, they told him to step back. He stepped back. He let them know that was his friend. Another teammate, Janu Smith, comes in there. He's by his car. He's on the phone. He's clearly not posing any threat. The police officers were definitely agitated. They were wrong. Here's the problem. We all came on the air seeing the initial footage in complete unadulterated support for Tyreek Hill. You pull over. They tell you to roll down your window. What's the first thing Shannon just talked about? The first thing they do when they pull us over, they pull me over. All my windows are down. My hands on the steering wheel.
Why?
That is not what Tyreek.
Whoa. Listen. And this is what I'm doing. And this even for you Sambos. Listen to what he's saying. Why? See, it's not the fact that he got his hands on the steering wheel. It's the fact that his brain is predisposed into telling him to do that. Because if he don't do that, there's going to be a punishment, a severe punishment that can cost him his life. How are we cool with that now? This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. He's telling you that when he get pulled over, all of his window, he's preparing himself. Listen to me. He's preparing himself for when the police walk up to the car, because there's a possibility it's not 1962. In 2024, he may get killed. This is what they're using their platform for. And this is what I got a problem with. Because whether you in Compton or 3,000 miles to the east in Philly, all of us sadly done had this conversation, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Don't talk to me about racism. Don't talk to me about voting. Don't talk to me about politics and civics. If, as foundational Black Americans, we still got to have this conversation in America. And we're not demanding swift justice. Yeah, all you sellout Sambos, you know what you are. You want to grab hands with the black clergy and get in a circle and pray and call on the Lord and beg that the W man treat you better. That's what you want. You don't want power. You don't want to demand power. But I guarantee you, if that was, but see, you know what's funny? You know what's funny, Andre and Waxstar? You know what you won't see? You won't see 4 to 5 black police officers grab an Asian man or a Latino man like that in the street and do that, because they already know what the punishment will be. You're not going to see it. They already know the punishment will be swift and severe. You already know. Swift and severe. We already know what it's going to be. And the thing is, what if it's not Tyreek? It's just regular Joe Blow in East St. Louis somewhere. They get pulled over. Or here in West Philly, he get pulled over? What if it's just a regular guy and he get pulled over? And he's a little mouthy. Just because he's a little mouthy, that gives the cops carte blanche to grab him and slam him along up and down on the pavement on the car. That gives the cops the right to do that? No, the cops broke the law. No, they don't have a right to do that. Look at this. Look at this troll. Why is there no one white on your show? Somebody get him out of here, please. Get him out of here. I'm not in the mood, man. Like right now, like we got to get to a point as Black people, especially foundational Black Americans, where we're uncompromising. At what point do we get where we're uncompromising with our community and the people that we pay taxes to actually protect the communities? At what point? Let's just listen to them when they talk.
Tyreek Hill did. Tyreek Hill had his window up. The officer bangs on, knocks on his window. He didn't bang on his window. He knocked on his window. You hesitated to pull it down. The first thing you say is, don't bang on my window like that. Don't bang on my window like that. Don't bang on my window like that. He asked you for your driver's license. You hesitated to give him your driver's license. You said in the post-game conference, hey, y'all, what if I wasn't Tyreek Hill? What if you weren't?
Thanks for the super chat, Shante. Hey, going across the screen is the Cash App. If you guys want to donate, y'all can donate to the Cash App because they don't take all that out as the super chat. But thank you for the $10, Shante. Thank you very much.
Aren't Tyreek Hill? What would have happened to you if somebody that wasn't Tyreek Hill kept the windows rolled up, hesitated to roll it down, didn't give you the license immediately when you asked for it, and then hesitated to get out the car when they told you to get out the car? See, we got to be responsible. And the point that I'm trying to make is this.
No, but he doesn't have to exit the car. See, like, we got to also understand our rights too, man. And this is the thing, like, this is bad, bro.
In no way should the officers be excused for what they did. I totally agree with you, Dom, every syllable. You too, Shannon, every syllable. But I also am saying, yo, Tyreek, yo, bro, you didn't deserve that. I'm not implying that you did. But the police officers do have the power. When they pull up on you, and they tell you to roll down that window, and they tell you to give you your driver's license, and they tell you to get out that car, that's what you got to do.
I would say that there's a difference between, in my view, a public conversation and a private conversation. Okay. I had that conversation about hands on the wheel, windows down, don't move, yes sir, no sir, please. I had that conversation with my dad when I first got my driver's license. Right. The reason why I consider that's a private conversation. That's about the world that you're going to live in. That's not, to me at least, that's not a public conversation. The public conversation is trying to create the world that we desire to live in.
Whoa. The only brother that's talking that making sense. Listen to what he just said. All these other Sambos, listen to what he just said.
To me, at least, that's not a public conversation. The public conversation is trying to create the world that we desire to live in. This is the world
that we desire to live in, not the world they're forcing us to live in. The world we desire to live in is saying we're not going for that no more. You're not going to. My skin is no longer my sin. You're not having these preconceived notions and able to treat me any way you want, and then have black folks come on here and say, you shouldn't be going down there and messing with them white folks like that. You shouldn't be. Man, shut your ass up and sit down. Get in line behind us, man. We're not going for that no more. We changing the narrative. There's a changing of the guard. We're not going for that no more. So he said, creating the world that we want to live in. Absolutely. Absolutely. And guess what, black folks? Listen to me. I'm going to calm down for a minute. It's okay for us to do that. I want everybody to sound of my voice. It's okay for us to want to live in the world we want to create for ourselves, not the box that they placed us in. And look at this. Look at Judah's redemption. And with a name like Judah, he coming here talking about he shouldn't have resisted. No, bro. Listen, I'm not in the mood for that, bro. I'm not in the mood for that. I'm not in. Listen, if you got a dissenting view, go somewhere else today. I'm not going for niggas with that bullshit. I'm not playing. Not today. Not today. Not today. Not today. I'm gonna have to get rid of you for a day. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that. Anybody going against the grain is an enemy today. No, we gotta stop compromising. These other groups would never ever side with 4 black police officers doing anything to them. And the thing is, it should have never been a position of him resisting arrest because they didn't have a right to pull him out of the car. He gave him his driver's license and insurance. He rolled his window down and rolled it back up. Their life wasn't in danger. And even when they got him out, they didn't have a right to escalate at that point to pull him out of the car like that. No. And it's not okay. We got to stop this. He shouldn't have been resisting. Like, we so used to beating each other and being beaten by them, we don't even know when we're supposed to have power unless we're doing it to each other. I'm going to say it again. We're so used to being beaten down mentally and physically and beating each other down mentally and physically. We don't even know when we're supposed to have power, right or wrong, weak or strong. Other groups don't tolerate that. They don't tolerate it. Hey, Naima, other groups don't tolerate it. We normalize it and we come on, he shouldn't have been resisting. I bet you if it was a Jewish man, they wouldn't come up here and say that. But Judah, you come up here and say that. Sometimes, brother, just keep your opinions to yourself when you see your people moving a certain way. When you see your people moving a certain way, keep your opinions to yourself and fall in line. Like other groups understand. We don't have to be that Negro that snitched on that Turner all the time. Stop. Go sit down. And this is the problem. This is the problem. Listen, bro. I don't, you know. I wasn't getting at you. I was getting at somebody else paying Black American. I wasn't getting at you. I was getting at my brother Judah. Yes. And I just want Black people to get to a space and a place where you are okay. And I'm only heated because this is the thing, Pan Black. I'm only heated because I want Black people to start being unapologetic the way we are towards each other. The way we are towards each other, we're not like, we don't exude that outwardly to other groups. The way we are towards each other, we're murderous, we're slanderous, we're treasonous, we're everything towards each other. But we don't project it outwardly towards other groups, while these other groups do it to us because they see us do it to us. So even when you're not out killing, you out backbiting your brother or sister. You out doing your sister wrong or your brother wrong. We out committing verbal genocide every day on each other before the world on social media, and other groups is watching this and they think they got carte blanche to do it to us. So now when a brother like me said, hey, be unapologetic, step out and take power. Stop telling your kids, keep your hands on the steering wheel because this is contingent on you living. No, we gotta drop that. Enough of that. Listen to what my brother just said. Listen to what my brother just said. Because this is foreign language to some of us.
That you're going to live in. That's not, to me at least, that's no sort of police. I had that conversation with my dad when I first got my driver's license. Right. The reason why I consider that's a private conversation. That's about the world that you're going to live in. That's not, to me at least, that's not a public conversation. The public conversation is trying to create the world that we desire to live in. This is the.
You hear what he just said? Create the world that we desire to live in, that's suitable for us, not the world in a box that we've been forced to live in for 400 years. No, listen to what I'm saying to y'all. Wait a minute. You see, I wasn't saying he shouldn't have resisted those. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. If y'all see if somebody blocked Judah Redemption, bring them back. I'm sorry. I'm turned up a little bit, man. I apologize. I go back. I go back in and unblock the when the stream is over, unblock the other one. I apologize for that. I'm a little turned up because you had a lot of trolls coming in here, people going against the grain, man. When like he said, the world that
that's not, to me at least, that's not a public conversation. The public conversation is trying to create the world that we desire to live in. This is the world that he does live in, where you have to be overly deferential to the police officers, specifically when you're a black male.
Okay.
The world that we aspire to live in is where the police officers are responsible in a situation like that. And the reason why I don't...
Now, y'all just heard what he just said. The world we're forced to live in, when we have to be overly deferential to the police department and other groups and all this. Why? Why do we continue to keep ourselves in this perpetual box? What I'm saying is we don't have to keep living like this. Y'all know we can say no, right? Y'all know it's nothing stopping me and Great Son and Big E from putting our money together and buying stuff and creating businesses. It's nothing stopping us. We have the ability today to do the things that we want to. Y'all know we can do it, right? We just keep having to tell ourselves this. We have psychological damage. It don't matter how much money these brothers got. They're coming on TV talk. This is the only brother that's talking like he got some sense. We can do things today, y'all. We don't have to. We don't have to keep living in the box that they created for us. We don't have to. No, they didn't have a right to pull him out of the car and do what they did to him. Absolutely not. No. Listen, look, hold on, look. Where is that? Let's go back to the video.
Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Like what? Why you have it up? What you gotta do? Sit down. Hey! Keep your window down.
Now, he gave him his ID and stuff. Instead of him going back to the car to check his stuff, he want to sit there and keep his window up. I rolled my window down. When I get pulled over, I rolled my window down just a little bit. I cracked my window and give him my stuff. That's it.
Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm going to get you out of the car.
Why?
As a matter of fact, get out of the car.
Why?
Give me your ass. Get out of the car. Give me your ass. We'll break that freaking window. Get out of the car.
You're going to break the window.
Get out of the car right now.
Now you see how turned up they are instead of de-escalating? The other one coming over saying, I'm going to break the window. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is, no, it's not okay that they treat us this way. We're so used to being being conditioned to accept less. We don't have to keep accepting less, y'all. No, we don't. We don't. We don't have to have somebody representing us that's not foundational Black American. We don't have to have these immigrants come in and talk to us any kind of way and take our stuff and keep having our vote. We have a right to have to create the world we want to live in. We just got to do it. It's not okay that they're doing this.
We're not playing this game. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
He was getting out. Look, he was getting out. Watch this. Watch his body. Watch him when they open up the door. Watch him stick his leg out the car to get out, Andre. Get out. He's getting out the car.
Get out. Get out.
Look, watch this. Watch this. I want y'all to see. You see him? You see his leg? Hold on. You see his leg here? He's getting out. He's leaning over to get out of the car. He's going to go reach in and just grab him.
Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. What part of blood don't you understand? Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting arrested. I'm getting arrested, Drew.
I'm getting up, bro. God damn, twin.
When we tell you to do something, you do it. You understand?
I'm getting up.
You understand?
What do you mean we tell you to do something, you do it? He don't have to do everything y'all tell him to do. He's not under arrest. But again, this is what I'm talking about.
I'm getting out, bro.
Too late.
Chill,
Too
bro.
late.
All right, bro. Take me.
You see all them tattoos on his hand and all that kind of stuff. I wonder which group he's a part of. You see his hand?
Yeah, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro.
We are. We will.
Good, bro.
It is good.
Hey.
Don't worry about it. I hung up the phone. You stop crying.
Bro.
Yeah, what he just said? And then he tell him stop crying.
God.
Come on.
Good. Bro, you beating on my window like you crazy.
Set him up.
Why y'all beating on my window like?
Now one police officer is gonna stand him up. Watch what the other cop come over and do. They was playing games. They was doing this on purpose, y'all. Watch this, y'all.
Y'all crazy for? Damn, yo, bro, dude, beating on my window like he crazy. I ain't do nothing, twin. Damn.
Hey, don't park there. Don't park there.
Hey.
And they trying to sit him back down.
I just had surgery on my knee. I just had surgery on my knee.
What is this?
I just had.
See what I'm saying? How is that okay? So let's before we get ready to go. I mean, let's go ahead and let's listen to him. Let's listen to him when he talk.
Just listen. So just making sure that, you know, I was doing what my uncle always told me to do whenever you in a situation like that. Just listen, put your hands on the steering wheel, just listen. So gotta be careful, man.
Did an officer put hands on you when you're in handcuffs?
Yeah.
What was going through your head during that moment?
I don't know. I was thinking about something else. What was I thinking about? I was thinking about going for like 150 today, for real. I was on the way. I was like, man, I'm finna go crazy today, man. You feel me? Then all that happened, and I'm like, hold on, this happening? So it happened. It happened so fast that it caught me off guard. You feel me? Because I'm like, dang, they really doing this.
Why did they even pull you over?
They said I was speeding, but I don't. They said I was speeding, reckless driving, whatever. So
How much planning did it
know who you were? And
I have no idea. No idea.
So were you able to say that I'm about to play a game?
I wasn't raised like that. The name drop or flash, you feel me? Like if you say I did something, write me a ticket, because I'm a normal person too. If you say I did something, write me a ticket, do whatever you got to do. You feel me? But I'm just saying, like, don't be disrespectful. You feel me? Because I don't know.
How much planning?
So I'm gonna stop sharing. I'm gonna talk before I get out of here. I just want us, whether it's Tyreek Hill or it's just Ricky Hill. I mean, you know, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, somewhere. At some point, we have to be in positions of power. That when people do stuff to us, we can get swift justice because we have power. This can't continue to keep going on because it's just not Tyreek Hill. It's everybody. We can't keep having black people in positions of power or with large platforms keep telling us, keep your hands on the steering wheel, son. See, like, I want y'all to think. Just think for a minute, y'all. Think for a minute. Think. They're telling you Trump is racist and Republicans are racist. Vote for Kamala, while at the same time in Democratic-run cities still telling you to put your hands on the steering wheel, and because it's contingent on you living or not. That don't go together. You have to want power. You have to want power. You have to demand power. When you on your block, when we were on our block back in the day, grinding on the block, couldn't nobody that wasn't from the block come to the block. So now, as black people, we got to have our own block, our own voting block. Nobody comes here, right or wrong, weak or strong. We take care of ourselves. You don't get to do that to our people. You know what's funny, though? Y'all? Black people know they better not do that to no other groups. Black people know that. Black people know they better not do that to no other groups. They'll do it to each other. But 3 black cops know they better not never grab a W woman out the car and throw her on the ground. They better not never grab an Asian man like that and throw him on the ground. But everybody knows they can do that to us. At what point, I'm asking this, at what point is black people going to get tired of being tired and say, we don't want this to happen to ourselves no more? If you don't, let me just say this to you before I get out of here. And if y'all guys want to donate to Urban Nerds, you can hit that Cash App scrolling across the bottom, and you can go to the website also and donate through PayPal. I mean, through PayPal and Venmo. You can go to our Urban Nerds Worldwide at Gmail, urbannerdsworldwide@gmail.com. Y'all can donate through there. But and I know I got a little turn up today. I don't really be going live like that no more. But if you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for your children and grandchildren, so that way they don't have to keep being born into the world that we're living in now, where we're giving up our vote, but we've been gentrified out. We don't even understand civics or what we're voting for, or how money's being allocated to our community. We don't know any of that. We're being sold out by black elite classes. At some point, if you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for your grandchildren. Do it for your children. Show some love and responsibility to them if you don't want to do it for yourself. That's what I'm saying. That's the part that I'm laying out for us. Because there's going to have to be some changes, man. And I wasn't going to turn it up because I just want black people to start thinking differently. Thinking differently. That's it. That's it. So remember, I love my people more than they hate themselves. And I pray to the universal creator most high that these words are enough to inspire you. These words are enough to make you look at yourself in the mirror and make change. These words are enough to make you look at your children and know you have to make change. I hope that when you came here for information. And when you leave here greater than what you was before you came. I hope that you share this information on all the social media mechanisms that we use to get the messages across. It's time that we start having this conversation at the water cooler, pillow talking with your wife, walking the dog, chilling on the block with your homies, at the water cooler at the job. We got to start having the conversation of power. We got to start attacking the system the same way we attack each other. We have to start learning to love each other. Want for your brother what you want for yourself. Want for your sister what you want for yourself. The only way you're going to bring about change is to actually create the change in your mind and then make it manifest. If you're not willing to do it for yourself, do it for your grandchildren. Give them a better future. Give them a better world that they can be born into, because you got sick and tired of being sick and tired. So you start being about it. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.